See, through this presentation, we are going to learn about the nervous system of Pila. See, the commonly occurring species in our country is Pila globosa. Its common name is apple snail. In several colleges and universities, uh, nervous system is put in the syllabus, so students are able to observe the external morphology of this animal, and also they observe organs of pallial complex, and they are able to dissect its nervous system. So the nervous system of Pila is actually made up of ganglia, commissures, connectives, and nerves. See, ganglia are actually formed by the union of a large number of neurons. So many nerves, they come together, get aggregated at a point, and that form actually the ganglia. So you will be able to see the presence of ganglia in different parts of the animal's body. Then there are nerves which connect similar kind of ganglia, like if there are two cerebral ganglia, then they may be connected by a nerve, and that nerve will be referred as commissure. So commissures are those nerves which connect similar type of ganglia. Then there are nerves which are referred as connectives. Connectives means nerves which connect two different types of ganglia. And then you would be able to see very fine nerves, very thin, fine thread-like nerves which actually innervate the different parts of its body. In this diagram, you can see the complete structure of its nervous system. When you will dissect this animal, you would be able to see in the anterior side. Anterior side means just above the tentacles or head portion. Actually, its head is formed by two pairs of tentacles, and then a pair of eyes will be there. So on the upper side of its head portion, just close to the buccal mass area, you will have to remove the skin. And on the left and right side, see, this is left side of the animal. So on the left side, in the anterior portion, you would be able to dissect out a very large structure, and that large structure is actually left cerebral ganglion. So this is left cerebral ganglion. This one is right cerebral ganglion. Both ganglia are very large in size, and they are connected by a thick belt-like, ribbon-like, nerve, which is referred as cerebral commissure. So this cerebral commissure can be easily dissected out, and it is quite thick, so it does not get easily broken, and we are able to dissect out this entire structure of the anterior side. So left and right cerebral ganglia, and then the nerve connecting these two is referred as cerebral commissure. As I just said, that if a nerve is connecting similar type of ganglia, it is referred as commissure. Then you have to see the ganglia which are situated posteriorly and in the deeper part of its body. For that purpose, you will have to very carefully remove the buccal mass. When you will remove the buccal mass, you would be able to see that at the lower portion of it, there will be a paired ganglia referred as left pleuropedal. This one is actually formed by the union of pleural as well as pedal ganglion. So this is left pleuropedal ganglia, and this one is right pleuropedal ganglia. And this pleural ganglia will be connected with the cerebral with the help of cerebropleural connective. So this is cerebropleural connective. Likewise, there is another nerve in the left side, this one is cerebropedal connective. So these are referred as connective because they are being connected. They are actually connecting two different ganglia. One is cerebral, other one is pleural or pedal. So in the right side also you would be able to see this one is right cerebropleural connective and this is right cerebropedal connective. On the dorsal side of its buccal mass, there will be a small ganglia referred as the buccal ganglia. So this is left buccal ganglia, this one is right buccal ganglion, and both are connected by buccal commissure. So this is buccal commissure, and the buccal ganglion of one side will be connected um, with the cerebral ganglia of its respective side. So see here, if this is left side, then left buccal ganglion is connected with the cerebral one, and the nerve connecting it will be cerebrobuccal connective. This is also cerebrobuccal connective, but this one is right and this is left. Then see in the posterior side, behind the cerebropleural ganglionic mass, you can see in the left side a small ganglion, that is supraintestinal ganglion, and this supraintestinal ganglion, which is situated after this asperdium, uh, is connected with the right side of the pleuropedal and infraintestinal. Actually, there is another small ganglion, that is infraintestinal ganglion, which is fused with the right side of pleuropedal. So there is a nerve coming from this right side pleuropedal and connecting the supraintestinal ganglion. This is referred as supraintestinal nerve. It is situated above the intestine, so very carefully you can remove the intestine to observe this fine nerve. And there is a small nerve that connects with the that connects pleuropedal of left side with the supraintestinal ganglion. This nerve is referred as zygonury. In this diagram it is not labeled, but this is referred as zygonury. Then on the left side itself, you see here a nerve is going from this supraintestinal ganglion to the visceral ganglia. A pair of ganglia called as visceral ganglia are situated in the posterior most region, and these are quite small in size. So this nerve, which is connecting left supraintestinal ganglion with the visceral, is referred as supraintestinal visceral connective, because these are two ganglia being connected by a nerve. Then in the right side, you can see a long nerve that is connecting actually the supraintestinal ganglion with the visceral ganglion, and this is referred as infraintestinal visceral connective, because I just said that a small infraintestinal ganglion is fused with the pleuropedal of right side. And you can also observe a very fine nerve connecting left and right side of pleuropedal, that is referred as infraintestinal nerve. So this is actually complete nervous system of Pila. As I said in the beginning, there are commissures which connect similar type of ganglia. So there are cerebral commissure, buccal commissure, likewise pedal commissure. They connect the two pedal ganglia of left and right side. And then there are connectives like cerebropedal connectives, cerebropleural connectives, and there are connectives like supraintestinal connective, infraintestinal connectives. Zygonury is also a connective that is connecting left side of pleuropedal with the supraintestinal ganglion. So these are connectives. And then there are fine nerves. See, these are very fine nerves coming out from different ganglia, and they would be innervating the adjacent regions. Like you see these projections, these fine fiber-like structures which we are observing coming out from the left cerebral ganglion, they will be actually going to adjacent parts like the tentacles, first pair of tentacles, second pair of tentacles, to the eye in the form of optic nerve. So all those structures which are present in the adjacent region of this ganglia, they will be innervated by the fine nerves coming out from these ganglia. From this visceral ganglia also you can see there are fine nerves. They will be innervating the different regions in the visceral portions or of the visceral mass. So all these projections, they are actually fine nerves, and these fine nerves innervate the regions which are situated in the proximity.